Okay, so this team right here, it uses 3 aquatic type pets. So if you run into a flying type team or like a darkness nocturnal strike team, you've pretty much lost. Or if you run into something like magic types, this team does really bad against magic types too. I mean, I have a lot of critter abilities. It's not that bad. Anyways, having 3 of any one type is usually a bad idea, except when they counter the meta so hard like these guys do. Since undeads are very rampant in the meta, with really good pets like Graves and Unborn Valk existing. So if you go against a meta team, you'll do very well. First up I got right here is the Gulp Froglet. Oh, I should probably talk about the name of the team. I just named them all after Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I got Treeborn Frog, Ronin Toad, and Swap Frog. And if you actually play Yu-Gi-Oh, you'll recognize those names right away, as they're the 3 key cards in the Froggy Monarch build. You can't have a Froggy Monarch deck without these 3 cards, so that's what they're all named after. Even though Silver Shock Eel isn't technically a toad or a frog, I named him Ronin Toad just because he fits so well with the other 2 names. Treeborn, or Gulp Froglet, is one I got recently because someone mentioned in a comment that he's really good at taking out Graves, because he's the only frog pet that both has Mudslide and a critter type ability, right? No, looks like this guy has Tongue Lash and Bubble. That's not half bad, but he doesn't have any fast breeds. That's why I didn't use a Mad Jumper, because they're all slow. I also don't really have a fast breed either. But it's the fastest breed. You know what, now that I think about it, I probably could have just used a Mad Jumper just as well. But this guy allows me to use Frog Kiss as a... I can use Frog Kiss and Swarm. They're both alright. The other one has Bubble, which is pretty great too, but then they only have Tongue Lash or Water Jet to choose from. This one has 2 different options, plus Frog Kiss is really great right now because Polymorph is kind of bugged in that if you get off a Polymorph while they're Polymorph, it'll extend it for 1 more turn, and that's always just great. Plus, it's like Arcane Blast. You just hit it, once you use it twice, it's doing full damage. I also got it on my Treeborn Frog, and they both get off some really nice Polymorphs. And Mudslide, it's really nice going against AoE teams since they like to switch out a lot, so it just kind of stops that. Plus it does pure critter damage, which is really good against undeads. And then I got Swarm just because it's a nice critter attack. And then Silver Shock Eel, the SS breed is pretty great because it's kind of like playing a rabbit where you have a dodge and a burrow ability. Plus I'm using the Deep Bite, it's basically like his Arcane Blast, because Grass is terrible. It hits for like nothing, and it just prevents them from switching out for 2 turns, which Mudslide already does. Yeah, and Deep Bite is actually not half bad. It's basically like Frog Kiss or Arcane Blast, where you just have to hit it twice and start doing max damage. And then I've got my Swap Frog over here, who's really good at taking out undeads, just like... no, he's way better, because he has Tongue Lash, and it's the fastest frog in the game. It's the only frog that has the SS breed, so 325 is pretty fast. He can outspeed, I'm pretty sure, every single undead in the game, unbuffed. And he's able to put out a weather effect and use Frog Kiss, although the weather effect isn't really necessary. Healing Wave is probably the better choice. So yeah, that's hotly debated. I kind of like Cleansing Rain just because I like to be able to change the weather on my opponent. But I also already have a weather effect on here that I use pretty regularly as part of the team. So yeah, and Healing Wave, it's a nice heal. And then I've got Frog Kiss. I already explained why Frog Kiss is OP. It really is pretty great right now. And I think that's it. Too bad Tongue Lash isn't as good as Flurry though. Flurry is still the king of the AoE hitters just because it can actually take out decoys, while Tongue Lash, it cannot. Alright, now this is a matchup I was looking for. Going against a Graves, Fragment of Anger, and whatever the hell that thing is. First I'm going to go into Mudslide. Mudslide. And I'm just going to go straight into Swarm next. Get a lot of damage out as quickly as possible. Only way he can stop all this damage is to switch into his Iron Starlet, which I know he's not going to do. There's no way he's not going to go into Bone Storm and Grave Destruction right off the bat. That's what I was expecting of him. And how is he not dead yet? Sheesh, this guy can live forever. Let's try to see if I can get off a polymorph right here. A polymorph right here would be literally perfect. No polymorph. Instead, he gets off a second Bone Storm. That's fine. Let's see if I can get off a polymorph this time around. No polymorph. Whatever. He's dead. No one cares about dead men. Okay, so he's now rooted. I'm gonna go for another mudslide because it hits really hard against this guy. And there goes his AoE that actually kind of hurts. Let's go into Swarm now. Heroes of the Swarm. And he goes into his Soul Rush. It looks like Treeborn Frog gonna be dying pretty soon. I'm not sure what's up with the Iron Starlet right there though, to be honest. That doesn't really make sense. Okay, now we're gonna go into Swap Frog. So Swap Frog, I'll kill him with a single Tongue Lash. Oh, damn, literally a single Tongue Lash. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's go into a Frog Kiss. Oh, yes, a polymorph. That's perfect. That means no Spitfire Beam. Okay, now we've got Giant Michaels. So, do I just want to keep going into Frog Kisses? Yeah. I don't know what he's planning. And if I get off a polymorph, that's perfect. Let's go into another Frog Kiss. Yes, a polymorph. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna go into, which one hits harder, 333 or this one? I'm just gonna go into Cleansing Rain. It'll increase the damage of Frog Kiss by 25%. I'll be able to get off one more. And I don't think he's able to do anything this round. He might be. Oh, there it goes. I've got Cleansing Rain out. It's all good in the hood. Let's just get off a Deep Bite. Try to get that up. In attack. There goes Wind Up number 1. Let's go into Dodge number 1. Let's hope he uses it. Oh, no he didn't. That's fine. I still got Dive. I don't really want to use Dive right there though. Ah, did he use Wind Up? What? Does he not know? Oh, he must have made a miscalculation right there. Or this is probably his first time going against a Dodge. Doesn't really make sense though, because his team's not half bad. Even if he does have the wrong breed of Iron Starlet. Well, it's not a bad breed. Power Speed isn't half bad. Although it's not as good as having a pure power, because those things hit like crazy hard. Okay. Good job, Froggy Monarchs. Whew, that was a long opening. Okay, so let's see. What do we have here? Unborn Valk, a Voodoo figurine, and a Molten Corgi. Well, I don't use any dots, so I don't have to worry about the Voodoo figurine. I can just stick straight into Treeborn, since my team counters his completely. If Voodoo figurine comes out, it's Swarm. If Molten Corgi, it's Frog Kiss. Oh wow, this thing's faster than me. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, we're gonna go into Swarm now. Heroes of the Swarm. That'll never get old. It's not clever. I know that. I understand how these things work. Okay, so I've got 3 dots on me now. Even though I take 50% less damage from all of them, and like 80% less damage from Haunt, this is gonna start hurting me if he does something. I don't know. Let's just set up. Ooh, nice. I did a Frog Kiss on his Corgi switch. Ho ho ho, and he can't switch out yet. Stupid Corgi. You can't do any moves during the turn that you're polymorphed. And now Frog Kiss is doing full damage. Oh, it went off again. That's right, polymorph is bugged right now. If it goes off while it's already, out, it won't activate Resilient for one more round. And bad luck Corgi. He got destroyed by Frog Kiss. Okay, so Treeborn you're just doing work today. Let's refresh Mudslide before you die to this Valk. Okay, let's get rid of that. And he finally died. But that's fine because Swap Frog is going to tear him a new one. 1, 2, and should I put up Cleansing Rain? I mean, might as well. I don't really need Mudslide out anymore since he's gonna be going into Voodoo Figurine. He can set up a dot all he wants. It literally doesn't matter. I don't need to use Frog Kiss on this guy because I can kill him with Tongue Lash, no problem. Since Swap Frog is the fastest frog in the game. I think it's like the only frog that has the SS breed. That's why he's pretty good with Tongue Lash at just taking out undeads like they're nothing. Undeads, you're trash. Let's see if we can get off a polymorph right here. Holy shit, we did. That's always fun to do on their turn of immunity. That way they can't get off any other like revenge moves. Alright, this team just destroys like meta pets. Swap Frog countered literally his entire team. I mean Treeborn. I don't have Swap Frog on here. That's a different frog I have.